Welcome everyone, I'm Lauren Reel and it's time for Talk of the Town. We've got a special event coming up from the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art. They have their holiday art fair coming and I'd like to introduce Erica Monroe-Kane to talk about that today. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Lauren. It's great to be here.
Oh good, glad to hear it. So let's start off with what's so fun about the holiday art fair.
It's really fun. There's so much that's going on. There's music, there's performances, there's lots of tasting of delicious things, and above all else, there's so many artists bringing all kinds of different artwork that people can look at and peruse and touch and really get up close with.
Oh, fabulous. And you don't always have that opportunity to get so kind of up close and personal with the artwork.
That's
and
exactly
the artists will be there as well, it sounds like.
Right, yeah.
What a nice experience.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
really
nice.
great.
People love the fact that they can talk to the artist directly, find out a little bit about their process, how did they decide to make that shape or that painting, and really kind of get to know the story behind the artwork, and then of course buy something beautiful for themselves or someone that they love.
Absolutely, and then they kind of know what inspired it and where it came from too.
Right.
So it's a great story, great piece to have in your home as well.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Take that story with you. So let's talk as well about why the holiday art fair is important.
Well, it's one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. The Madison Museum of Contemporary Art is free. It's downtown. We showcase contemporary and modern art, and there's really something for everyone. We have rotating exhibitions, so every time you walk in the door, you're going to see something inspirational and something different from your last visit. And because we're a completely independent nonprofit organization, which people are probably surprised about, these kinds of events are really critical. We serve hundreds of thousands of people, including like 12,000 children who come to our free programs from schools and communities all around Madison.
And they're learning that love for art from a young age.
That's
too,
exactly
which is really
right.
Cool.
Yeah, they get to express themselves. They learn about their own personal story and how they relate to the world, and they get to explore a visual language. And so many of our programs are really hands-on. So you're learning about art, but you're exploring it yourself, which is really fun.
Certainly. And I think what you said, it's just so amazing to me. This is completely free. You can see different pieces of art rotating, exhibitions. And I mean, something downtown and free, a museum like this, that's pretty unheard of. So I think that's why it really, that's crazy to me. So it really stresses why it's so important that as a community we support these great events like the Holiday Art Fair and kind of give back to something that can give to us all year round. So
it's great.
It's really great.
You're totally right. And one thing that's super fun about this is that you're supporting the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art. You're really supporting artists and art making, so you're kind of like building this creative, artistic community that is really something advantageous for all of us. Plus, how many things do you go to that are good for the community and you get to try wine and chocolate and shop?
I know.
And it's like super fun way to do something great.
There's no reason not to go.
Yeah, exactly.
So can you tell me a little more about the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art as a whole?
Yeah, so as we talked about, we have many different exhibitions that rotate through our gallery spaces, and it's really something special when you get to see art that's being made in your own lifetime. That's what contemporary art is really all about. So it's dealing with themes and issues really that we experience
Very pertinent
today.
and relevant for what we're going through.
And there's so much in our community to take advantage of, but I think one thing that people aren't aware of is that because it's free, you can walk in, it's right downtown, and have a moment of solitude and really experience something personal and meaningful, or go with friends and go with somebody in your family and have a really interesting thing to talk about. I mean, it's a really fun thing to do with people, that you like to hang out with.
Certainly, yeah. And it must be kind of a fun experience as well. It's something different to go talk about the art and go through that together. As well as if it's just, you're alone and you're walking around downtown Madison.
That's right.
And you just kind of want to get a connection with art. I think that's a great place as well. So again, I just can't stress enough how cool it is that this is a free opportunity for everyone.
Yeah.
So other than the Holiday Art Fair, what other events can folks look for coming up at Madison Museum of Contemporary Art?
Well, we're always busy. We always have something really fun going on. And we've been doing a lot of evening events that are like the after party that we have at gallery night, and some just really cool hip events that have been going on at the museum. And one we have is this Thursday, and it's called Under the Influence. And you go to the museum, you walk through one of the exhibitions with a local artist. They talk about art making, and then you go into our workshop and you get to practice some of those techniques. And this is Yeah, it's super fun. We always have like girlfriends coming together, sisters, coming down there, because then the restaurant actually does food and wine pairings. So you're down there making art together, you're drinking your wine, you're eating something delicious, and you're getting to experience that whole creative process and learn about art at the same time.
I love that, and the whole hands-on aspect there is just fabulous.
Yeah.
Wow, so really quick, the Holiday Art Fair, is that going on all throughout, or is it a specific date, or let's just
It starts
give a
on
shout out to
Friday.
that.
It starts on Friday, and it's 2:30 to 7 on Friday, so it's a great thing to do when you get off of work. Just pop down and get a sample of what it has to offer. But it's all weekend long, all day Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 3. So, you can come in and go out, and because there's so much happening, you really can come and spend an hour or 3 hours, or as long as you want.
I like that, and you can kind of come in and out, or spend, an hour here one night, a full day on Sunday.
That's
so
right.
Very cool, thank you. I just want to make sure that we gave a shout out to that before we had to go.
Yeah.
But Erica, thank you so much, and make sure you guys go check out the Holiday Art Fair coming up at the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art. Food, wine, local artists, and lots of art for you to take home. So thanks again for coming on and sharing everything with us today. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you've ever wanted to learn more about the Cambridge Winery, now is your chance. We have Frank Peregrine here to talk about the development of Cambridge Winery. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Great to have you on today.
Glad to be here.
Let's start with talking about how long Cambridge Winery has been in business.
Well, we've been operating a tasting room in Madison on Whitney Way for about a year. In fact, our 1-year anniversary is coming up in a few days.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank
Very
you.
Cool.
And during the past year, we've acquired property in Cambridge, which is becoming our vineyard and will become our winery as well. We acquired the property last April and planted about 4 acres of grapes.
Wow.
Since then, roads, water, and sewer have gone in. It's part of a general development of residential living among the vineyards. And this fall, we acquired the former Matt Kenseth Fan Club Museum, which is becoming our event center in Cambridge, right on Highway 12 and 18. So a lot has happened in the 1 year.
It sounds like you've made a lot of changes and a lot of growth. And I mean, look at that. The huge development is happening. Very cool.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely both there. Lots of fun, lots of work. Congratulations, though. I mean, that's a lot to accomplish in a year's time. And it sounds like you just have so many great things coming ahead as well. So what kind of wines are you guys serving today?
Well, we have to start by serving wines that we didn't produce directly because our winery's not built yet.
Right, because the trees were, the grapes were just planted and
Correct.
everything like that.
And so we've actually been sourcing wines from California under our own name and our own formulas and those sort of things. We go to California frequently to do tastings and blendings, and that's what we've been serving in the Cambridge, in the tasting room on Whitney Way. We will be serving the same wines in Cambridge as soon as the event center there opens. In the meantime, we began making Wisconsin wines this fall with another friendly winery in the state. So we'll have 2015 Wisconsin wines to add to the collection. And we're going to be building our own winery in the next year or so. And our 2016 and 17 wines we'll be producing on site.
Oh, how exciting. Yeah, I was curious about that because, all this has happened so fast for you, and grapevines take a while to produce, but this is really neat. It sounds like you've got a great setup and you've still been able to create your own proprietary blends and wines and recipes, but just, being able to source them out of California, which is really neat.
That's right. The grapes that we produce ourselves can be called estate wines. So when you see estate wines, it meant that the winery grew the grapes on site, made the wine on site, and bottled it on site. So we've been acquiring Wisconsin fruit in 2015, as I had mentioned. We can't call that estate wine, though. So eventually we will have our own estate wines.
Yeah, that'll be coming up very shortly, it sounds like. So what can a customer expect when they come to the tasting room today on Whitney Way?
Well, the tasting room is there to allow customers to sample various wines. We have about 12 wines on hand, 6 whites and 6 reds. Typically, a tasting would consist of a flight of all whites or all reds or a blend of whatever the customer would like. There's a modest charge for that, which we waive if they purchase some wine. We also have some small plates available for appetizers. You could make a meal out of it, I suppose, but that's there to help assist with the tastings.
Sure. What kind of small plates are you offering?
We have things like hummus, meat and cheese platters. Occasionally we'll have pizza. those sort of things.
Some nice light appetizers, and I think that's really good, like you said, to kind of like cleanse your palate too, and prepare yourself to sample another wine.
That's correct. In Cambridge, we're putting in a full kitchen. It'll be there mainly to serve as a banquet facility, but we'll have a more extensive menu that will be available to the public as well.
So there's going to be, you're going to have that event center, you're going to have the banquet, you're going to offer banquets. Now, are you guys going to allow people to do like weddings there or corporate meetings or events?
Absolutely. We've already booked a corporate fundraising event. We've booked a graduation party, and we've booked a wedding.
Oh, one of each.
We have 3 more weddings that are considering us later in the summer right now. So there's been quite a bit of activity already.
It sounds like it. I mean, I'm sure that'd be a gorgeous, gorgeous venue to have any of those events at. So
absolutely.
It's nice to have that kind of right in our backyard, so close to Madison, have a vineyard right around.
That's right. And in the vineyard itself, we are constructing features that allow weddings out by the fountain and in the vineyard and by a gazebo and those sort of things. Those aren't built yet. They are being designed and will be built shortly.
That'll be lovely. Well, Frank, thank you so much for telling us more about Cambridge Winery. While you guys are all waiting for this development to be finished, make sure to go check out the tasting room on Whitney Way. Thanks again for coming on and sharing more about Cambridge Winery.
You're welcome.
It's been great having you. And we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. Joining me now is Emily Barnes from the Domestic Abuse Intervention Services. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you on today. Now, this is a little bit of a tough topic, though, and probably one that folks maybe don't know quite, how big of an impact it does have on Dane County.
Yeah.
So can we just start with talking about how prevalent domestic violence is in the Dane County area?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. A lot of people don't realize that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men will be a victim of intimate partner violence, severe physical intimate partner violence at some point in their lifetime. And those are just the reported cases. Here in Dane County, 1/3 of all referrals to the Dane County District Attorney's Office are domestic violence related. That equates to about 12,000 cases per year when you think about all the cases that aren't reported.
Right, because a lot of times people are afraid to speak out.
Exactly.
Or they don't know where to go, who to
Exactly. And they don't necessarily want to report to law enforcement. And so we're really thinking that the numbers are closer to about 33 incidents per day of domestic violence happening here in our county.
Oh, that's so sad to hear.
It is. And at Days, we know that our service numbers are really high. We serve about 1,300 people in our face-to-face services every day, about 500 people in our shelter program, and take about 12,000 calls on our helpline every year.
12,000 calls a year. Oh my goodness. So what services are available from you guys for those that are experiencing this?
We offer a wide array of services, including our emergency shelter for victims of domestic violence. We have a children's program. We have a 24-hour helpline that's available to anybody who needs services. It's the gateway to all of our other programs, and then it's a line available for concerned friends and family members as well.
What a great resource.
It really is. And we do emergency safety planning, we have legal advocacy, and we also do prevention work and community education.
So it sounds like you can really help folks that we're going through the situation every single step of the way, even through the legal aspects of it. It's really nice to have you there all throughout.
We definitely try and tailor our programs to meet that victim with where she or he is in their situation, depending upon the barriers that they're facing and the needs that they have.
And now you guys also just have a texting helpline as well. So can you tell me a little more about that?
We do. We just launched our texting line in October of this year. It's brand new.
Yeah.
It's really meant to be a complement to our 24-hour helpline, another access point for people. It's geared towards teens. Our marketing is really geared towards teens because we know that women between the ages of 16 and 24 are at the most risk of dating violence. And so we really want to be reaching teens in a medium that feels comfortable and accessible to them. However, I will say that the line is available for anybody who just wants to shoot a text over and get information. It's a safe, free, and confidential service.
I think that that's great. Definitely, again, going with meeting the victim where they are, and if that's their preferred method of communication or maybe where they feel most comfortable, it's really nice that you're able to offer that. So how can friends and family help someone that they love who's affected by domestic violence? I know you mentioned that the phone lines are available to anybody.
It's a great question. One of the things we know about victims of domestic violence is that they experience fear, shame, extreme isolation from their support systems. So for concerned friends or family members, certainly calling our helpline and talking about resources. We have information up on our website as well about what to look for in a relationship, warning signs.
Warning signs, red flags.
Absolutely. And then really first and foremost is supporting that person, believing them, letting them know it's not their fault. The other thing that DAYS offers is a number of support groups, and one of them is a support group for concerned friends and family members.
And they're going through, a different experience as well, so it's nice to be able to relate to one another.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a difficult time for them, and so giving them a space that's interactive, that's safe, that they can come and talk about those challenges and get the support they need.
That's wonderful to hear. It sounds like you guys are doing so many great things to combat this extremely prevalent issue in our county. Now, last but not least, for those viewers who are watching, how can people help you with your mission?
There are so many ways to get involved. Again, believing and supporting victims in our community. There are lots of ways to volunteer with DAYS. We look for volunteers to help in all of our program areas and on the admin side as well. And certainly making a donation to the organization is huge. Supporting our mission in that way by giving directly to our programs so that we're able to support those thousands of survivors in our community in the best way we can.
So there's lots of different ways to get involved and be part of your community and help this great cause.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in and telling us all about this, Emily. It's been wonderful talking with you. Once again, this has been Emily Barnes from the Domestic Abuse Intervention Services, or DAYS.
Yes.
Thanks again for coming out, and we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you're looking for a great way to get involved with your community, you're going to want to listen up to our next guest. We've got Jen Bailey here from the Dane County Parent Council. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Great to talk with you today. So let's start with talking about what programs the Dane County Parent Council offers.
Absolutely. Dane County Parent Council provides Head Start, Early Head Start, and child care services to over 1,000 children in Dane and Greene counties.
So impressive.
Yes. We're also a community provider of 4-year-old kindergarten services and operate the Satellite Family Child Care Program.
Lots of different things you guys are offering. It
Definitely.
sounds like you're busy folks.
Yes, very busy.
Helping a lot of different kids in the area. So how are you guys unique from other early childhood development programs?
90% of the children that are enrolled in our Head Start and Early Head Start programs are from low-income families. So in addition to the high-quality early childhood programming, we also provide health, mental health, dental, nutrition, transportation, and family services to really support the whole family.
That's such a plethora of different options and different ways you can help serve those families, and again, help just make sure those kids are having access to all the care and support they need throughout those critical development stages.
Absolutely.
So how do families get enrolled in one of these programs?
Well, applications for enrollment are available on our website, which is www.dcpcinc.org. You can also just stop by our main office, which is 2096 Red Arrow Trail in Madison. And we do currently have openings in several of our part-day preschool programs. So if families are interested, we strongly encourage them to apply.
Yeah, just stop on by or check out your website and see where they can get involved.
Definitely.
That's perfect. What about events? Do you guys have any big events coming up or with the holidays coming around?
Yes, we're getting ready to celebrate the 20th anniversary of our current South Madison location.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It's at 2206 South Park Street, right here in Madison. And we currently serve 163 children at that location.
163.
Yes.
My goodness, very impressive.
Yes.
Well, that sounds like a great event and definitely good cause to celebrate. 20th anniversary is very special.
Definitely, thank you.
So are you guys currently hiring or looking for other folks to work with you on some of these programs?
Yes, we currently have openings for teacher assistants, infant toddler teachers, and bus drivers in particular. So if folks are interested, you can go to our website and we have a list of current job openings and applications for employment. So we do also offer an excellent benefits package, and our employees really have the opportunity to help change children's lives.
Great. And from everything that you're saying it just sounds like they would have such a good hand in helping all of these children have access to these great programs that you offer. So that must be a very rewarding thing to be part of.
Yes.
Very cool.
We also do post current job openings on our Facebook page, so please like us on Facebook.
Oh, perfect. And I'm sure, does your Facebook also share what about events you have coming up and maybe openings you have in your program too? So lots of good reasons to hit like on that and get involved with you guys on social media.
Yes, definitely.
Very cool. So I think it's really great now that the viewers know a little bit more about what you're doing and all the good work that you have going on. How can they get involved even if they're not, either sending their child to a program or, working with you guys directly? Are there other ways to participate and get involved in what you're doing?
Oh, yes. At Dane County Parent Council, we love volunteers. And
Awesome.
whatever you're interested in, we have a volunteer opportunity that will meet your needs. So whether you want to work directly in the classroom with kids, or maybe something else like donating materials or helping in one of our community gardens.
I love that because like we were saying before, working there is such a rewarding, job and you're able to help change these children's lives. But similarly, if you do have a full-time job, it sounds like there's a lot of ways for you to volunteer, get involved, and still participate and have a big hand in helping these children.
Definitely.
Very cool.
If you go to our website, there's a link called How Can I Help? So if you click on that link, you'll find more information on how to apply to be a volunteer, or if you're interested, make a financial contribution to support our programs.
Wonderful. I'm so glad we were able to hear more about that, not only about how we can get involved as a community, but just about all the great work you're doing. So thank you so much, Jen, for coming on and talking about the Dane County Parent Council.
Thank you.
Once again, this has been Jen Bailey from the Dane County Parent Council. Make sure you guys go check out their website. They'll have availabilities in their programs for children, jobs that they're open for currently, as well as opportunities for you to act as a volunteer and get involved. Thanks again for coming on.
You're welcome.
That'll be it for this episode of Talk of the Town. Thank you to all of our guests, and thank you to you for watching at home. We will look forward to seeing you next time right here on Talk of the Town.